What's going on, guys? Welcome to the WCW Nitro Podcast. I'm your host. I'm the Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with my man, Poppy Platino. I'm here with my man all the way down in Delaware. I'm here with B to the mother-loving D to the mother-loving C. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
How y'all doing? Doing good.
I'm doing. How you doing?
Doing good. Take three, buddy. Take three.
Take three indeed.
Take three. And happy holidays if you guys have been tuning into Monday Nitro, because we are on the Christmas episode, December 25th, 1995, episode 17. Yes, it's the taped Christmas episode, and we're still in Augusta, Georgia from last week. And we still got Eric Bischoff, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Steve Manga McMichael with Pepe on commentary. And Pepe got the little Christmas dog outfit on, and yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he so does not want to be there.
He really
Poor
doesn't.
dog.
Poor guy.
Wonder if Pepe's still alive.
Oh, no,
Oh, absolutely
no
not.
way. Long gone.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
All right. Well, our opening match, we have Lex Luger with Jimmy Hart taking on Scottie Riggs. Last week, we had Lex Luger opening up the show against Marcus Alexander Bagwell. So here we go again. Might as well fight his partner.
Yep.
And, well, Scottie actually had a chance. It looked like he had a chance. He was actually wrestling up to Luger's potential.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't work out for Mr. Scottie Riggs, former guest of the IDM pod. Luger hit my man with a slingshot, and he like ricocheted off the ropes, and Luger with that flying clothesline, and he hit the barricade, and yeah,
It was only a matter of time at that point.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. Scottie Riggs kept playing to the crowd. Even got to one point where this is actually pretty beautiful by Lex Luger. I gave him like compliments for this. I actually rewinded a few times. Scottie Riggs went for a drop kick off the top rope, and Luger did one of those numbers, one of them side steps. I'm like, okay.
He did.
All right, Luger.
He did the Samoa Joe.
Yeah, he did the nope on the ground.
It looked good. But other than that, Luger side steps, torture rack, match is over.
Yes.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on this match, guys?
It was basically like a paint by the numbers, like it was last week with Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Like you said, I thought Scottie had a little bit of a shot, but not really. I love that drop kick of his, man. Probably one of the most beautiful drop kicks I've ever seen. I apologize to you, Scottie, again, because I didn't see much of you, but boy, you had some talent, man. Just wasn't pushed right by the right guys.
Yep.
And then there was basically, you knew they were just getting Lex ready for the main event. So
Right. It was about building his momentum.
Yeah, but Scottie and Buff, Marcus Alexander Bagwell, they was getting pushed because we seen them like every other week so far. So they doing it.
Right.
They getting Disco Inferno pushes right now.
Oh, that TV title, basically.
The TV title that's never defended on TV. That one.
Boy.
Oh man. But yeah. So after this, we get a Mean Gene sighting. He's out here with the man they known as Sting, and Mean Gene wants to know what everybody wants to know. What's up with you and Lex Luger? And Sting basically said he's tired of everybody asking him this question, and he's doing everything in his power just trying to straighten him out, and that Sting wants one more chance with Ric Flair to put him in a Scorpion Deathlock, and he's never going to let him go. Point blank.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, after this, we have Big Bubba Rogers taking on Sting. And Big Bubba, he was actually giving it to Sting. He was giving him the business during the whole match. And then, typical Sting, he never wins with his finish since these past 17 weeks. I think he maybe won with the Scorpion twice so far since we've seen him. So, long story short, the finish of this match, Sting was on the top rope, and Bubba was getting ready for a suplex, and Sting countered into a roll-up, and Bubba didn't even attempt to kick out.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And the start of the match was one of those situations where they don't exactly know what to do with the talent as of yet, because Sting was literally just out there for an interview. And then when his music hits, he was coming from the back. So he literally left just to come back a minute later. They've had a couple of times already, and it's been with Sting, where Sting literally has been out there, and his music hits, and he'll head towards the back, and then he's like, "Oh wait, I got to go that way." This time, he actually made it all the way to the back, and then his music hit, and he comes back out, and then he seems surprised by his pyro, and then he was amazed by the Stinger lights on the ground all the way up. So it was like, okay, this dude looked like the kid in the candy store. Like, he's looking at all the new things for the first time before he gets to the ring, which had me dying. And then the match happened. And I was not dying anymore.
Oh, man. I know these shows are at the moment it's only like an hour, 55 minutes with no commercials. Yeah. Is it a struggle sometimes to watch these?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it is an absolute struggle.
For a show that's going about an hour, I had to watch them in like 3 20-minute sections. It's like, oh, let me go take a break. I don't know what. It's not holding my attention at the moment.
No.
I think I'd be disappointed in 1995 going to the WCW show for like a Nitro. So, you got the same dark match every week. And then you're going to see Sting, you're going to see Luger.
Hogan, you're going to see Savage.
And Savage,
yeah. Right. Oh, and to be noted, they actually said during the match that Hogan was suspended to the end of 1995, which, when did that happen? It was like, he's suspended to the end of 1995. Dude, it's Christmas. So he's suspended for a week. Great.
And don't forget, the pay-per-view, Starcade 95, is 2 days after this. That's just on a Wednesday.
Yeah, and the thing of it was, he was never put out there for a match.
Yeah.
Even. So it's like, oh yeah, he's suspended. Well, he was never on the card anyway, so it don't really matter. Don't matter.
It's not in my contract, brother. I only worked 12 days.
Jeez.
I guess his arms was tired from hitting everybody with chairs last week.
Oh my god.
That was still hilarious. All right, the hardest working man in the room, he's back. Mean Gene, he's back, but this time it's with Lex Luger and Jimmy Hart.
Yep.
But don't you think the opening match, he should have talked to Luger beforehand, before Sting, and vice versa, split them, but Sting's still in the ring, but all right, whatever. So he's with Lex Luger and he's with Jimmy Hart. And then he says, Lex Luger, what is the deal with you and Sting? Basically, Luger said that him and Sting been friends for 10 long years, but that he is the uncrowned WCW champion, and that's the only thing that matters to him right now. And then while Jimmy Hart is getting ready to talk, we see Sergeant Craig Pittman comes out, and he said that he has no problem with Lex Luger, and he wants Jimmy Hart to manage him. And Jimmy Hart says, take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Now look at you and look at him. Now, why would I marry someone looking like you? Well,
oh boy.
Jimmy Hart just basically buried.
He gave him a quarter and told him to go find himself a manager that needs a few good men.
Talk about getting buried.
Oh man, you got buried by Jimmy Hart. Like, well, after that, you're done.
Yeah.
I hope I don't see you. I hope I don't see you in season 2 of Nitro. I hope I don't see you.
Like, this dude up to this point, he never wrestled without a shirt on. And one time you took his shirt off, you clowned the shit out of him. That's great.
Oh man,
that's just great.
That's just bad.
Oh man. Oh, that's too damn funny.
Yeah. Oh, he got clowned so bad. So bad.
All right. Well, our next match, we got Dean Malenko taking on Mr. JL. And watching this match, JL had an entrance. Like, he had more entrances than Eddie Guerrero at this point.
That's crazy.
So you would think, okay, maybe they are on to something with Mr. JL. Well, obviously, we know that didn't work out for them.
No.
Well, while JL gets in the ring, he, I guess he playing to the fans, or he did something. He turned his back on Malenko, and then Malenko kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, he kicked the shit out of him in the
Yeah,
back.
he did.
That shit was funny. That was funny.
And this was a good, fast-paced match, and I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Can really, showcase JL. Maybe he should take his mask off or something. I don't know. But the finish of the match, we see Malenko on the top rope. He does this top rope gut buster.
Oh yeah.
And then he put
That
him in,
was beautiful.
It was.
then he put him in some like leg bar for the win. Oh my god, leg bar, knee bar, something like that. Woo.
It was like a crazy. It was like a crazy inverted figure four using his legs as the figure four.
Yeah, it's the man of
It was a one-legged figure four. That's essentially what it was. It was crazy.
Iceman, the man of 1,000 holds. Whew.
Yep.
He really was that dude.
I think Bobby Heenan was like, "Oh, I think he only did like 722, something like that."
Yeah. And I think this is the first time they actually utilized that man of 1,000 holds nickname. I think this is the first episode they actually used that.
That's crazy.
Well, Mean Gene, he's back out. This time he's with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And then Jimmy Hart comes out and he says, "I want to apologize for Kevin Sullivan's actions for last week." And Jimmy said, "You're taking on Macho Man Randy Savage and I owe you one." And that Jimmy Hart always take care of all of his debts. So he wants to be in Ric Flair's corner tonight to be there when he wins that World Heavyweight title. So your main event is Ric Flair versus Jimmy Hart. Or, Ric Flair with Jimmy Hart taking on the Macho Man Randy Savage for the WCW title.
Yeah.
Woo.
And at this time, Ric Flair, he was 11-time world champion.
Yep.
Yeah, you would think with Jimmy Hart on his side, especially he's being a heel, there's a high probability of being a 12-time champion at the end of the night. But we will get to that.
Or a high probability of getting screwed over, one of the two. Yeah.
Well, Savage's arm is still taped up. That's a good tape job.
Yep.
And they get into it. This was actually a good-ass wrestling match.
Yeah,
I was enjoying this match. And it got to the point where Savage put Ric Flair into the figure four, but Flair was going to tap out. It was just so good. It was believable. Then it got to another point in the match where Flair threw Savage over the top rope and Jimmy Hart just started stomping the hell out of Macho Man. And then, man, been watching Ric Flair for so long, he's holding the ref in the corner. Next thing you know, Macho Man get behind him and bing, low blow. That was going to happen.
Yep.
It was a good ass match. Like, okay, Flair might actually win this match right here on Nitro. And then Jimmy Hart gets on the apron and try to hold up Savage, and he gets knocked down. Then Lex Luger comes out of nowhere, and Savage going at it.
Match over.
And then Sting comes running down. He's trying to, help out Savage, but Ric Flair intercepts him, and boom.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure he was coming to help Savage. Savage was choking the shit out of Luger. Not quite sure he was coming to help out Savage or coming to try to pull Savage off of Luger. He might have been trying to pull him off.
Couldn't figure that one out either when I saw that.
But Flair intervened. It was like, Flair, dude, you're doing too much right now, man. You're doing too much. He's not even paying attention to you. He's doing too much. And summarily got his ass whooped for it.
Yeah, so Sting takes out Flair. Luger gets taken out by Savage, and them two met in the middle of the ring, back to back, and then they start pushing each other.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep,
there you go. That was your finale of Nitro, basically.
Merry Christmas.
That was it.
That was crazy. It was a great match, and then it ended like that. But I think we're all used to those finishes in WCW.
Man, it's like every main event of Nitro so far, they cannot close out the show. Like, what a clean finish. Last week, we seen Hogan come in with a chair and just start beating the shit out of the Giant.
Yeah, that shit's still funny.
It is funny, but funny. Come on, man.
But like you said, when you're constantly getting no finish, you lose your crowd and the audience at home is like, you know what? Why am I going to tune into the main event? I'm not going to get what I really want.
Right. You'll get something.
Yeah.
You'll get something. It won't be a payoff. You'll get something.
In a way, I'm kind of glad AEW is not like that. They don't do a lot of DQs. They use it sporadically, and it's very rare. So you're definitely going to get a finish with them. If you don't, it's going to probably mean something as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
But yeah, when you keep doing it every freaking Monday night, I think I'm just going to be tired of it. And you know what? Why bother? Because I already know what's going to happen. Interference, calamity. I'm not going to get the finish.
Yeah, anytime you see a main event and Randy Anderson's the referee, you just know it's going to go straight to shit. You just know it.
True.
It's like they have an aversion to having him count to 3.
Oh my god.
It seemed like they only had 2 referees, Randy Anderson and Nick Patrick at the time.
Yeah, it does seem like that, don't it?
Yeah, that's all we see so far.
Granted,
it's only like 3 matches, but still.
Was Eric running the show by now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't know, but he was running the show.
Oh, you knew episode 1, remember? When he told Flash Norton
Oh yeah.
He told Flash Norton to cut it out or else he was never going to see the light of day on WCW.
Oh man.
Well, we only see him like 3 times on Nitro.
And then he proceeded to put him into a program with the Shark that lasted 8 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, guys, what do you guys think about this last episode of Nitro in 1995? How about this? The question is this: this last Nitro, would you order Starcade 95 after watching this last Nitro?
Hell no.
It's tough.
Absolutely not.
It's tough to say because when you got Dean going against JL, you got a little taste of what this guy was about. I don't know if he was on Starcade's card. If he wasn't, that was a big mistake to showcase him the night or two before. So that was a bad move. The Savage and Rick one, you could have went either way. If they had a clean finish, maybe you could have won me over. I think I still probably would have went and ordered anyway, just because of the chaos to see who really is going to go after Savage after all this went down. But
I watched the show in question before I talk about Starcade 95. You want to know what's on the other channel that night?
Sure.
Nothing.
I was about to say, wouldn't that have been a best of?
I think that would
have. It was the best of, or I don't even know. They have. I don't know what they had.
It might have been a best of episode.
It was nothing.
Or a dog show.
There you go. Could be. BDC, did we have any dark matches for this show right here?
No, we did not.
All right,
wow.
So
they let him go home early.
Wow. It wasn't early. It was recorded. It was pre-recorded on the 18th episode of Nitro, so they were getting double duty. People was tired.
Okay.
People was tired.
16, wait, what were we? 17 or 16, 18? What episode are we on right now?
17.
All right, so I watched Starcade 95, the World Cup of Wrestling. So basically, they had New Japan team up, go against WCW, and I'm gonna go through the cards right quick. The undercard in the singles match, or dark match, DDP. Not against your boy, not against Johnny B. Bad. He went against Dave Sullivan to get the crowd going. Evad. Yeah. And then they had a tag team match. They had the American Males taking on the Blue Bloods.
Okay.
All right. Then our opening match, it was Jushin Thunder Liger taking on Chris Benoit. And this is for the WCW World Cup. This was a good ass
nice match.
It was a good ass match. It was a good ass match.
On paper, that's a nice match.
But Liger got the win. So
at that time, I probably would have went Liger.
Mm-hmm.
So they're building they're giving a storyline to Chris Benoit. We haven't seen Chris Benoit in weeks. We know he's in the Horsemen. We never seen him with the Horsemen. So the finish of this match, Kevin Sullivan came out and he got in Chris Benoit's face.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Liger just capitalized on that.
So it's a continuation of the whole
not a
loose
continuation.
cannon.
It's the beginning of the, well, for Liger, for Benoit and Sullivan, that's what I meant.
Yeah, because I was about to say it's a start of their particular feud, but it's still hinging off of the whole Brian Pillman talking shit about the Dungeon of Doom thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Despite the fact that Jimmy Hart apologized for him the previous week.
Yep. Well,
or a couple of days, 2 days before.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. All right. Well, New Japan 1-0 right now.
WCW nothing.
Yeah. So our next match, it was Koji Kanemoto. I don't know who it is. I don't know. He took on Alex Wright.
Oh.
New Japan 2-0.
Yeah.
What?
That's Wunderkind.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wouldn't have went there. But hey,
they pushed Alex Wright, but you gotta have some guys win because you already know what's gonna happen.
True.
So our next match, it was Masahiro Chono.
Oh wow!
Taking on Lex Luger.
Oh, Lex is winning.
Luger with the win. You not?
Yeah.
Luger with the win. Don't forget he got a match later on tonight at that show. Luger with the win with the torture rack, and Chono was a big dude.
Yeah, I was about to say that would probably, since Luger was wrestling twice that night, they had to give him a W because he was going to take that L later on in the night. So they had to give him a W so he could take that L.
So
make up a 50-50.
So New Japan 2-1.
Yep.
Our next match, you have Masa Saito taking on Johnny B. Bad. Johnny B. Bad won by disqualification. So now it's tied 2-up.
I might have went with Masa on that one.
How did he get DQ'd?
I don't recall. I think I nodded down that match.
Oh,
I think I did.
And Johnny B. Bad, one of those characters I wish they could have been able to bring it to WWF, but he's so pretty.
They brought Mark.
He stayed.
But they brought the Wild Man. They brought the Wild Man instead.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a bad gimmick either.
Until he started doing the boxing thing, then it just went left real quick.
Honestly, man, if it wasn't for his wife, that boxing gimmick would have probably got him over. Maybe.
All right. Our next match, we have Shinjiro Otani taking on Eddie Guerrero.
Give me Eddie and that
Otani with the win.
What? Man,
that's crazy.
I'm not playing the lotto.
As hard as you push Eddie, you have him lose like that. Okay.
So was it 3-2? I'd say
3-2.
New Japan.
So all right. So your next match, you have Hiroshi Tenzan taking on your WCW champion Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, Savage was winning that.
3-up. All right. So now here is the rubber match.
Tiebreaker, yeah.
Who is going to win? Is it going to be New Japan or is it going to be WCW? And we see Kenzo Sasaki. We've seen him plenty of times in earlier weeks of Nitro Podcast. Taking on Sting.
Ooh.
Sting with the win.
Which is crazy because I think that's the guy that beat Sting for the U.S. television for the
and
U.S.
we haven't
heavyweight
seen that title in forever.
The U.S. heavyweight championship a couple of weeks prior.
Jesus.
Yep.
So WCW wins. All the guys are in the ring that was in that match for Team WCW. They all happy and whatnot. So you heard me announce Macho Man, your World Heavyweight Champion. He had a match.
Mm-hmm.
Sting, he had a match. Who's in that triangle match? Luger, who's in that triangle match, had a match.
Ric Flair did not.
Wow.
Our next match is the triangle match. We have Ric Flair taking on Sting versus Lex Luger.
Ooh, you got a fresh Ric Flair going against
two worn down superstars.
And the winner of this match will get a chance to fight Randy Savage later on tonight.
Oh,
for the
wait,
title.
Wow.
But keep it. But keep it in mind, Flair is completely fresh. Luger fought the second match, and Sting just fought.
Yep.
So the match started with Sting and Ric Flair. And, Sting, I'm going to come get you. I'm going to come get you. Bah, 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 bah. And Ric Flair, I'm tired of this bullshit, basically. So, you know what? So a triangle match is not like a triple threat match in WWE where all three guys in the ring, you got to tag each other. So,
what?
Ric Flair, he tagged Luger. Y'all two, get it on. So we want to see what the hell's going to happen with Sting and Luger. So, they shake hands and they try to one-up one another, and they got to it, but long story short, Ric Flair got the win.
Yeah, to the surprise of no one.
Ric Flair got the win.
Wow.
That match went 28 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So the match where two of the three wrestlers wrestled earlier in the night, that's the match that goes 30 minutes. Oh, my God.
And then after this, you have your main event, which is Ric Flair taking on Macho Man.
Again?
For the title.
Jeez.
With Jimmy Hart in his corner. But this time, Ric Flair wins the title. He's a 12-time champion.
Wow.
Yeesh.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have to watch the pay-per-view to see what happens in season 2, episode 1 of Nitro in 1996, the first episode. For somebody who's suspended, usually when somebody's suspended, they don't acknowledge the person, but they acknowledge the hell out of Hulk Hogan. So you already know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Hogan's taking that title from him.
So we had 11 matches so far on this damn pay-per-view. And they had one more match. They had a dark match after this for the United States Championship. They had Kenzo Sasaki, who was the champ, who fought earlier that night, who lost to Sting. He went against the one-man gang. And the gang won the title.
Excuse me?
Exactly. Akeem, the African dream, brother.
He is a United States world champion.
They were high in the one-man gang, WCW was.
Yeah, Lord.
They were unnecessarily high on the one-man gang.
So he was going to show up on Monday night as the champion.
No. He probably see him on Saturday night. But that's
Why?
about it.
Why would he do that? No one's been Vacant has been showing up as a champion the last month.
We haven't seen that. They still ain't saying when Sting lost that damn title, man. Sting had that title in the beginning of 1995, but
I mean, he officially lost that title. He officially lost that title on, I think, the 17th. I think he officially lost the title on the 17th of November.
Wow.
It was in late November, I think early December. I wanted to say it was like mid-December, like the 17th of December, but it could have been even earlier than that. But the thing is that title just disappeared from view entirely. Like, Sting was on as champion one week, and then he was not the next, and they never even explained why.
It's ridiculous. All right, guys. Well, did this Nitro matter?
No.
Does Starcade 95 matter?
Somewhat.
I mean, it's Flair's 12th championship, so I guess it would matter in that regard.
Yeah, but it's tough when you're seeing all these guys.
Yeah,
some of these guys I didn't even recognize, and that's no fault to them. That's me being an ignorant Yankee.
Yeah, think about it. You had 7 matches. You had 7 matches with New Japan superstars.
Mm-hmm.
You had 7 matches with WCW superstars. You had 2 of those matches, the wrestlers from those matches, or 3 of those matches, wrestlers from those matches competed in other matches in the night. So in total, I think you have 9 9 matches.
Yep.
In which, it was either in New Japan Pro Wrestling or the same wrestlers in the match off of that card.
Jeez.
That's crazy as hell.
It is crazy.
This is not like the King of the Ring.
No.
They just made
when they actually wrestled the whole damn match and there was no shenanigans.
Yeah, so they basically made 4 guys wrestle twice throughout the night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me you couldn't book no other guys for this show? Jesus.
I mean,
who's it? Dusty Rhodes? Listen here, baby. Lex Luger, you're gonna wrestle 2 matches. You're gonna win 1, but you're gonna lose the main event. Sting, you're gonna wrestle 2. You're gonna lose the main event, baby. And Ric Flair, you're gonna be fine because you're gonna go 28 minutes.
And then you're gonna win the title at the end of the night because you're gonna be champion, baby.
I mean, just think about it. You literally had the Giant, who was a whole program kill.
Where the hell was he at?
In October and November, and he's not even on the card in December.
Jeez.
Oh Lord!
Hulk Hogan, obviously, he's suspended, so he's not on the card.
Hulk Hogan, you go to hell. That's not coming.
I mean,
that's not there yet.
You have guys that you could have put on the card. Harlem Heat, not on the card.
Oh my God.
Harlem Heat, not on the
No
card.
Steiners.
Your WCW tag team champions are not on the card.
The Steiners weren't there. They were New Japan?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Steiners yet.
But
and the crazy thing is, so this is my second WCW pay-per-view I watched since we started doing this podcast. The commentary is always Shivani, Bobby, and Dusty. How come they don't use Shivani on camera unless he's doing Saturday nights?
He was doing WCW Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was a Bischoff move because I think Tony Schiavone would have been heading up his spot on Nitro if Bischoff wasn't doing it.
Okay.
So Schiavone got Saturday night and he got pay-per-views. Ain't nobody want to see Mongo on pay-per-views. So here come Dusty.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have our episode for season 2 of Nitro, episode 1.
Yep.
You want to hear the dark match?
Sure.
Or do you want to save that for next week for your segment?
Is it for the TV title again?
They got 1, 2, 3, 4 dark matches,
and one of them's for the TV title, I'm sure.
Yes. We'll recap the dark matches next week too, but I'll tell you right now, might as well go all out.
Yeah.
Your opening dark match, we have Bobby Walker taking on Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker.
Okay.
Another sergeant. Great.
You have Joey Maggs with Teddy Long taking on the Disco Inferno.
Disco winning that?
Nope.
Wow.
Come on, it's Teddy Long.
I'm not hitting the lotto tonight.
Because if Joey Maggs lost, he would have had to go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
Yep. And then for your TV title in the dark match, you have Johnny B. Bad defeating Diamond Dallas Page.
Same shit, different year.
Wow.
Oh man, they've been going. It's been like 8 weeks.
Like DDP been catching L's week after week. Like this dude has gotten more chances at the television title than anybody in history, and he can't win. He can't win it once.
That's crazy.
That shit's hilarious.
Oh man, I need to go meet DDP again just so I could ask him, like, why did you fight this dude for like 8 weeks? Are you trying to work out the perfect match for pay-per-view? All these damn dark matches, like what are y'all doing?
You have to explain to me why they kept putting you in dark matches for the U.S. title, for the TV title versus Johnny B. Bad.
With the same, yeah, exactly.
It was like, we need to keep that story going, but no one's watching it, so who cares?
Seriously. All right, well, your opening match for Nitro, 1996, you have Macho Man Randy Savage taking on Arn Anderson.
Wow.
Okay.
You have Lord Steven Regal with Jeeves taking on Chris Benoit.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's going to be a clinic.
You have Lex Luger and Sting taking on the Super Assassins with Colonel Robert Parker.
Are you an assassin? Are you an errand boy?
Oh, Lordy.
And your main event for your WCW World Heavyweight Championship, you got Ric Flair defending his title, his newly won title against Hulk Hogan. Suspension's over. He's back.
Well, brother, you know what happens when I'm around the world title, brother. I gotta get my hands on it. Yeah.
Lord.
Oh, man.
Lord.
Hogan's back.
The slow ascension to Triple H, Hollywood, Hulk, Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till we see Sting says, y'all can stick it. Was that a pay-per-view or a Nitro?
Pay-per-view, War Games.
He has back to the camera.
Yep.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see that.
I think that was right after the invasion with the
What invasion?
No, was it? No. I don't think Scottie and Kevin came by yet.
Yeah, I remember that was when
they were there because they had the fake Sting. They didn't believe him.
It was
other shit. Yeah,
fake Sting is the reason why the real Sting told them they could stick it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Because for some reason people would look at fake Sting and thought it was the real Sting.
Looked nothing like him.
Looked nothing like him.
Jeff Farmer.
Like nobody could look at him like, yo, that dude looked like Cobra. That dude looked like Lightning.
Nobody know who that is.
That's the exact point.
Cobra!
Well, we got
Like,
5 months till Nitro go 2 hours.
I do that with my kid. He
Wait.
loves it.
How long?
We got 5 months till Nitro goes 2 hours. May 1996.
Well, I don't know if I'll last that long. But maybe I will be back for the.
I have to last that long.
But you don't know why.
Why
I'm here. I will be here for that.
And then, if we make it to 1998 January, that's when they go 3 hours.
Oh my god! I might take a hiatus on that one.
Well, remember, you get to a point where it's actually engaging every week, and then it just kind of falls off the cliff in '99. Well, actually, it falls off the cliff. It falls off the cliff around when Goldberg gets beat for the title. That's when it kind of falls off the cliff.
99.
That was it for me.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped watching.
Yep. And then
January 1999. That was it.
And the finger poke of doom really just said,
"Yeah, let's go ahead and we can't beat Goldberg, so we're gonna tase the shit out of him." There we go.
Let's tase him, drop the belt,
Cattle prod,
and then we'll drop the belt the next night on a little. Boop. Oh my god, that was so disrespectful as a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Yep. That's going to be the shortest long episode we ever have.
And honestly, I don't care what excuse Eric has for that. You can't. Yeah, you can't convince me. I'm sorry, you can't.
Is it odd that 3 of the jankiest things you've ever seen in wrestling history, as far as championship matches, all happened under Eric Bischoff's watch? You had the finger poke of doom.
Yes.
You had the Hogan. What was it? Hogan and Jarrett, where Jarrett just laid down in the ring and let Hogan. And that was Vince Russo.
That's Vince Russo right there. Yeah.
And then you also have the Jeff Hardy drunk incident on TNA.
That one I probably wouldn't have done. I would have done a substitution. I wouldn't have had Jeff out there.
You think?
Sorry.
You think? That's why I said two of the jankiest things you've ever seen was under his watch.
Yeah,
because there's no way in hell I would have ever had Jeff Hardy looking like he did go out there to do anything.
Yeah, that could have been really dangerous. And
Mm-hmm.
I know Sting was upset and Jeff apologized, but just when a guy's not in the right state of mind and you put him out there, regardless of how they're able to get away with that, that's very dangerous. You don't play with that.
He's lucky. He's lucky that Sting is the professional that he is, that he recognized it and he put him in a situation where he couldn't get hurt, all while pinning him to get the win the championship.
And let's just also thank Jeff that he's such a mild-mannered human being. If he was a not so friendly person, let's just say that night would have turned out a lot different, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
pretty crazy. Sting was like, "Oh, just lay down,"
and he did it.
No.
And he did it. He did just kind of just.
It's sad. It's sad on all ends, but
I mean, I'm glad that he's. Yeah, I'm glad that he recovered from that because that could have been a career killer.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that he recovered from that.
Did you see that promo with AJ Styles on him backstage?
Yes, he went in. That shit was personal. Trust me, that shit was personal.
And he didn't curse.
That shit was absolutely personal because as one of the forefathers of TNA, he took that shit real personal.
Mm-hmm. And
because you could have literally killed that promotion that night.
Yeah, and I totally agree with AJ on that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, Jeff, you were always one of the guys I liked, but no bueno.
He was wrong in that instance, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, any final thoughts on Nitro?
Nitro came in like a lion and went out like a lamb. With 3 legs and his tail cut off.
Well,
I don't have an analogy for that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Platino, thank you for being on the show. Hopefully you're on the first episode of season 2 of the Nitro Podcast.
Possibly. Maybe. You kind of won me over with some of those matches.
I told you, it's the matches. Definitely the matches.
But when I go see them, and you cut me off!
I know. Like, dope.
Yep. This looks really good. Oh, Marge. Oh, don't!
All right. Well, I'm Notorious when I am Dom. I'm here with BDC. I'm here at Poppy Platino, and we bring to you the WCW Nitro Podcast, and we will see you next time.
Maybe.
Boom.
See ya.